In the shed, just running some trains, like usual. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to go on about that. You can see there's Desmond pulling the two 3D printed hoppers from Ben, and he's just stalled over there for some reason. I definitely, as I was going to say, I need to replace this track work, because this steel track is not conducting any electricity properly. So I've got the nickel silver curves over there, and at some point, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, I'll just rip up these curves and just place down the nickel silver rails, and hopefully the voltage dropping nonsense could actually just stop on this railway, because I'm bored of it just juddering my locos around. Come on, Desmond, come on, go on, keep going. See, he's a smooth runner, but this layout is such a pile of bums. I'll talk about... Oh, come on, keep going. He's gonna dart through it. Yeah, there you go. Just gonna dart right through the station. But yeah, here's the hoppers. They've got brass bearing cups and metal wheels, so they roll like a treat. 5 grams under each of them. I'm gonna actually, whenever I just or whenever Ben's just finished with his designs and stuff, and he's made up a little business, maybe, or something like that, I'll probably do a video just building up some of his wagons and all that, because I don't have a printer, so I'm just going to need to nick some more chassis off of him. These are only prototype hoppers, but he's got plenty of other body shells I can do. What was the point of this video I was going to do? Right, just a little talk, I guess. Got all this stock here I'm meant to run. These Triang coaches, I was actually going to just keep these specifically for the clockwork stuff I have over in that box over there. But I'm thinking, they've got chunky wheels and stuff and big flanges, and they cause a lot of friction around on this small railway. Let's bring out the Mark III. Nearly call it Mark 1. Ex-Airfix Hornby one. Lovely rolling coach, but it's very long. Oh, spiders everywhere. Yeah, I can't have a rake of these going around the railway. Look at that. Nearly clips the bloomin' gate. It's no good. This just goes for any long coach, I guess. And he's even derailed. Oh, go over here. So what I'm thinking is, I'm going to take them Triang coaches here, or whatever these are, replace the old chunky wheels, buy some brass bearing cups, plop them into each axle box, get some metal wheels, and I can have some nice running Mark 1s on the railway that are short enough that they don't actually look monstrously too big for the railway, and they just blend in nicely. Just so I've got the 31 doing a proper passenger job. Speaking of the 31, it runs brilliant on this layout. It's just I need to replace these traction tyres, I think, because it was struggling over in that corner. But then again, it could also be just the voltage dropping and the track work that I really need to rip up and just replace. So if anyone's got any suggestions of what to do, let me know. But yeah, I even got the new pictures up as well, so that's nice. Feels like the bland walls, but I gotta do something about these spiders everywhere. All I can really do is just swab them away. So move out of the way. Let's try and keep running. Wrong way. Oh. See? Bruh. Oh, bollocks, balls, penis. Before I start talking about stuff, I only just realised this before recording. I was actually going to buy a pack of like Bachmann branch line engine drivers and stuff. I wanted a figure for my J69 to have like a driver leaning out the cab. I was tempted to buy it and I thought, nah, I'll stuff it. But now I've just realised, you see this trolley over here with the milk churn, with the milk, yeah, with the milk churns and all that. That's that figure. So I nearly wasted money when I had it right here, and I never realised that. So I'm going to ping that off later on, and then I could just plonk him into the cab whenever I get the loco back, because now I'm starting to worry. I sent it off to an old mate to see if he could have a look in the gearbox. Sent it around Monday, first class. I don't know if it's Royal Mail being slow as hell, but I don't think it's actually arrived yet. It's all the way in bloody it's going to Peterborough, guys. It's like a 4-hour trip. What? It's going first class, Royal Mail. What are you doing? Anyways, yeah, this is day one of rebuilding DeLucy to give it better track work. And if you look at Saul, the Class 31 going around, he's going bloody brilliantly. He's actually showing off his 5-pole motor to be, well, smooth. Just look at that. He's running a treat on this nickel-silver track that good old Great Eastern Model Railways had in stock in the track bin. Because I thought it would be like blooming hen's teeth to try and find some nickel-silver first radius of anything. Because I was nearly about to go on eBay and buy like 2 pieces for 10 quid when they do track for like, I think they said 3 bundles or 4 bundles even for 10 quid. And that's a steal, that is. Especially when you could find some absolute golden track in there. That's good quality. Just got to replace the rail joiners, which I have, because I don't trust the Hornby rail joiners because they're just too loose and too rubbish. And I've used these, I can't remember what brand they are. I'll need to have a look later. I'll show you later. But they're the usual rail joiners everybody uses. I was going to say Pico, but I don't think they are Pico. Yeah, this is Hornby R605 track, but nickel silver. So that's all I could find in abundance there. I would have wished to get Pico just because Pico's good, but this is working out just as fine. Just have to replace the rail joiners. But yes, you can see there are big old gaps in between the rails, especially here. This is the worst one. This is because when we first built the Lucy, me and Daniel, with the steel track, this was for heat expansion. So if I had them very close together, then I think the rails would have buckled. But for some reason I think these curves are a bit shorter, or just they haven't actually been buckled yet, because I think those steel ones were warped from a heat of some sort when they were in storage. And I had to do a lot of like scraping up all the old ballast to actually sit these pieces down. And yeah, it's all good. I had a few derailments because of Willy Wonka wavy gravy bits laid down, but everything's running absolutely beautiful. This took longer than whatever I was doing over there. That was just a quick, like 10-minute job just to get all that nailed down and all up. There's less gaps over there, so I think it's all just like nicely put together, but it might buckle later on in life. This one's got too many gaps, and this one took longer to nail down because this was the first section I was doing. But yeah, that's the first part of our rebuild. And hopefully, I guess, maybe tomorrow or maybe another weekend, I'll come back down here, I'll glue down some ballast and weather up the track, or do it the other way around, I don't know. Like, I'll just paint over the track, spray some oil spots onto the rails, and just, yeah, we'll make the layout look nice. I don't know if I showed this in the first bit, but the shed's had a bit of a move around, just so I can get like all the spiderwebs and cobwebs out. I've moved the layout to the centre, so in some shots you saw me film over here. I've tucked a few bits of crap back there, but I mostly came in here just to hang up these new pictures that I found at Train Club. Well, they were having a clear out, and I just laid them all out just for us to take, but any donations were welcome. Didn't do any donations because I'm a bit of a cheapie. That one's got a chunk missing out of the frame, but I don't notice it that much, so it's fine. Got one of a Deltic. Looks nice over here. I think I put it a bit too close to the frame of the window, but oh well. Everyone keeps seeing this light. I know it is nice and it's bright outside. Well, it's the sun's going down now, but this is I have as like a an indicator for if the power is on going to the shed. Most of the time now. So yeah, enough of my rumbling on. let's see how slow Saul can do, and we'll probably have another clip where I'm running stuff. If not, then this is probably the end of part 1 of something. You overran the platform, mate. I only just remembered, I said, oh, I'm going to show you the rail joiners later. Well, while I'm in here, painting up a Trackmaster Fen Church as a commission. Well, I'll probably do that later. Here's the rail joiners that we used. Here's some brand new ones in the packet. And here's just what, I just picked up whatever was in this tin. Which I just grabbed for free. As in, well, this was free at Train Club. And they're all pretty good condition. It's just I don't like touching this box. This tin even, because it's all glossy. And doesn't feel nice on the fingernails whenever you touch it. It's like, ugh. It's like a chalkboard on the bottom. So it's not very nice. There's a lot of insulated bits as well. So that's lucky if I ever need them. I don't think I will need them. Well, that I could think of at least. I won't need them right now, but they're there. These track pins are useless. I think these are for N-gauge because they're way too small and they go in between the rails of my, in between the holes in the rails of my track. So these are a bit, well, I'll keep them in there just in case I get some better track one day. But there we are. Right, I've put the ballast down, and it's very fine that it's got in between the sleeper, the rail joiners. So it's very dusty too, as you can tell. So as soon as I put some glue down, it's gonna like absolutely turn into this colour here. But never mind, as long as we're still running, sort of. I should put some blue tack in between these gaps in the rails, actually. It's a bad idea having it open like that. I should probably test it out, actually. Give me a minute. Well, I got the best I could, and I think I haven't cleaned the wheels on the Bagnall properly. But yeah, we still got power. I know I'm going so like anal about this whole thing. I'm like, I don't want it to be all broken again. It's because I don't even want to live through the dark ages of D-Lucy where it's just voltage drop and whatever I keep moaning about. But yeah, I think I'm going to glue this ballast down, and I'll probably show a picture later on. Possibly a bad idea to start running trains around while you're gluing down the ballast, but just going around, bringing the Bagnall around, just seeing any rough spots. I mean, it shouldn't really matter because I'm going to go over the rails with a wire brush to like scratch off any of the old, well, any ballast that's stuck to the side of the rails, and then I'll probably start weathering it. But so far so good. The Bagnall's only jittery because, again, dirty wheels, and I don't think I've cleaned them. But I think we're doing alright. I mean, you've already seen this bit earlier, and the ballast has definitely changed colour, but yeah, there we are. It's all being glued down. It was definitely very dusty when I put it down, that's for sure. And it's starting to rain outside, so I should probably trot back indoors. I thought I'd show you this little clip. Oh, sorry for the creaky shed. I thought I'd show you this little clip of just like showing. Oh, I keep flicking at a fence. Of what I do when I'm weathering the track. Well, now I'm scrubbing it down so the paint doesn't actually like properly stick before I can actually Get the track rubber over it. But pretty much for the rust, I use this Humber acrylic matte 110, because I've just got too much of it and I don't even use it for any painting of my models. Well, I mean, other than like wagon planking, maybe, for like the bare wood. But yeah, I use it for some, just mostly rusty rails. Here, got some black spray paint. Should really wear a mask, but I'm only like misting it over the track, like. And then we got some dirty spots of where engines would have been idling and just dropping oil and stuff on the rails. And this very much stinks, so I should probably wear a mask, maybe. But I'm not very smart. I think I've done as much as I want to on this side, so I'm going to go and paint up the other bend. Well, there we are. Track's all painted and I think everything's just all good. I just got Thomas, Anion Clavel and the singular teak Calestri just trundling around. For some reason, Thomas does not get stuck on the frog on the points there, but Desmond does. So, I don't think the pickups and everything are all exactly the same, so I don't understand what's going on there. Wheels are clean and everything, but yeah, here's the track. It's all nice and weathered up and, well, looks pretty used and oily. Well, grimy, not oily. So I hope you, I guess, semi-enjoyed this kind of boring layout repair video. You can see the steel track over there, just waiting for me to dump it into the track box and just do whatever with. But yeah, layout's all running smoothly and consistently. There's not really much else to say other than thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see more of this layout just working nicely. And whatever else I'm going to run on this blooming layout. So there we are. There's the rail bus rebuild. I'm pretty lucky that I got that chassis and it's actually working properly instead of being jumpy and lumpy and just rubbish. The funny thing is about the commutator, it was absolutely just filthy. It wasn't even shiny. I thought the more I'd scratch it with the fiberglass pencil, it'd actually ruin it. But of course I cleaned it properly with it and some nail polish remover, which is acetone pretty much. Runs okay-ish. I've had to clean off oil off of the main driving wheels that pick up power because for some reason on this chassis there's like a brass pickup strip that it's very long, I'd say. It's not like thick, but like it's tall. It's not been properly trimmed to actually fit into it neatly. But yeah, it just scrapes along the top of the drive wheels on this side. And when I oiled the gears, I think it just got all over the tyre and just would cause it to jump and bump around and just stall. But I think it's alright now. I'm still deciding if I want to glue the roof on or not, because I need to find out how to secure these little weights in. Well, I've glued them in, but they're like holding the chassis onto the body. So I might just maybe glue it on anyway. Who knows? But now she's running pretty smoothly and doesn't actually have an ugly livery. Look, even Eastern Region number 2, that was just random. Oh my god. She can kind of crawl. I mean, I'm not going to run my trains this slow, but look at that.